It's Chris Hansen, Oahu, Hawaii. A lady blasphemer is forcing blasphemies through my brain again. This computer uh, generated automated voice to skull stuff the government has um, on targeted victims. The stuff that Robert Duncan created uh, has been talking with the lady blasphemer at the same time, uh, just extremely torturing my brain. They're actually forcing this stuff through my brain all over in different areas of my head. Um, if I say, "Oh God," uh, 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 they'll they'll put the voice through a blasphemous Holy Spirit. Like if I say, "Oh God," they'll say, "Damn blasphemous." I mean, just they always. If I say Jesus, help, they'll say, I'll say Jesus, help. They'll say something else like through my brain, just cut me off, so I can't think, I can't use my brain. Uh, uh, I just like sometimes I'm going to say something and I'll just stop real quick because I know they're going to do something, and sure enough, I can hear the whole sentence just go right in my brain, in and through my brain. Like they're programming my brain with these psychotronics remotely. It's obviously geo-positioned satellites, but it mainly, a majority of the time, comes from the west over by Sand Island Coast Guard Station and the airport. There's a lot of towers over there. There's probably a 7G. I know it's at least 5G tower by the Coast Guard base. Um, but a lot of times it sounds like it's coming from the sky, though, like it's in space. A geopositionary satellite comes from the east. They got it in all four directions: north, south, east, and west. So no matter if you turn this way, you got one here and one here on this side of your brain, this side of your brain. If you turn around this way, you got north and south on both parts of your brain. So no matter which way you turn, you got it on your brain. I know they got it, and it always comes from one fixed position, and always comes from the same area and the same spot every night. So they're obviously geopositionary satellites, or they're bolted in somewhere where they can't move. They're in fixed positions. That's a given. Because they always come from the same identical direction every single time. So they're coming through signal boxes, they're coming through geopositionary satellites, and they're coming through these towers. Um, the government has this lady blasphemer just satanically inducing this stuff because I'm targeted. It's coming through the air too. That she lately, the last couple of days, that she wants to see if she can pass me on the street and I'll recognize her. I've never met her. I know what her tone is in my head from being targeted by her for like over 3 years now. She's the same voice that I was hearing in Montrose, Michigan, um, through the tower system and satellites. Same exact. Robert Duncan and Barry Trower both say that time and space is irrelevant when it comes to this stuff because it travels with radio microwaves, which travel at the speed of light. So it doesn't matter that I'm 5,000 miles away from Michigan. Um, when the stuff's going 186,200 miles a second, and you're only 5,000 miles away, it's like instant. You know, they're pinging it up and it's coming down. It's instant. It's like talking on the phone. Hello, yeah. You know, I mean, she's pinging this stuff from wherever she is in Michigan all the way over here to Hawaii through the system, still targeting me. And not only that, it's in my brain. They got her cloned. She's got to be some high up satanic witch, because they got her cloned in my brain. She's obviously way deep in the government, you know, and this terrorism that they have on us, to the point where, you know, she keeps saying she's Illuminati. I don't really care, you know, who she is. That Illuminati stuff doesn't even phase me. You know, we're all people. I don't care, Illuminati. You know, whatever. You know, she needs to be locked up in prison. They all need a rope around their neck for terrorism. You know, it's way worse than what Saddam Hussein's doing or did, to his people by spraying chemical weapons on them and mustard gas. Um, I can't believe that our government is actually doing this on their own civilians, and they got the goal to have our boys go over here and fight in the war on terror when they're terrorisms, when they're terrorists. Tony Blair, they got this faith foundation against radical ideological extremists in society, and here are these secret societies, the Masons, the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati. They're all the radical ideological extremists. They're the ones that got this stuff on us. It's them. The Masons. I mean, you know, I remember first it was a Chinese debt and what we got, you know, what we owe the Chinese. And then right after the new year, it was like, oh, ISIS is up, you know. First is Al Qaeda, then it's ISIS. All I know, they're a bunch of Masons that turn around, wear red fezzes on their head with crescent moons and stars and Arabic swords, talking about the Arabics and Al Qaeda. You know, it's kind of ironic that if you look on the internet, they got Kaaba Masons. You know where the Kaaba is? It's over in Mecca. You know who walks around the Kaaba? Muslims, Masons. Same thing, same exact thing. They're shrine. That's why they call them Shriners. The shrine, the Kaaba is the shrine of the Muslims in Mecca. I mean, the Muslims actually dipped their hats in the blood of 50,000 Christians when they were slaughtered, and dyed their hats crimson red, you know, in commemoration of the murder and the slaughter of 50,000 Christians. And the Masons wear red fezzes. Their shrine is the same exact shrine as what the Muslims, these radical ideological extremists, Al Qaeda, ISIS, they're the same exact thing. They're the same exact thing. I mean, Albert Pike, the godfather of Freemasonry, he's the inventor of the mafia and organized crime. Just tell people what's going on and what just tell people what they're doing to me. That's my main thing, is I want people to know what the government's doing to me, and to realize that I honestly can't believe that they get away with this and that nobody's standing up against this mind control. People are walking around talking to these voices in the sky. It's like everybody's a schizophrenic down the street, and I know it's just this voice to skull uh, technology. I can see the increase of it. They're targeting so many people, and it's utter torture. I'm going to end this live stream here. I'm fixing to go to bed. It's been a long day. I did my taxes today. Um, just, oh, I'm just, I can't believe what they're doing. It's just utterly unbelievable that somebody could scream out and torture and just all this stuff, and nobody seems to care. I mean, nobody seems to want to stand up against it. I mean, because they go and suck their lips in, you know what I mean? And everybody's, you know, don't, bro, you know. I mean, boy, yeah, the devil made me do it. That's exactly it. They're a bunch of Luciferian Masons. I'll tell you what, man, because they go and suck their lips in, man, you can go around and look stupid if you want to, man, but I'm going to tell everybody. That's the biggest lie and deception. They got the whole United States sitting there going by it because they told you a secret or something in your head and told you not to say anything. Then they told another person a secret, and everybody's going around sucking their lips in and wobble, 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 and everything else, and they're getting away with utter terrorism on us. Wake up, America. I mean, if anybody needs to wake up, America needs to wake up. It's all a lie. It's all deception. It's bringing in the Antichrist. It's bringing in apostasy. It's lawlessness. You think our guy is something cool because, he turns his head, lets you get away with stuff now? It's called lawlessness. It's called deception. He's letting you get away with it because he wants to see you in hell with him. That's the only reason. They're not cool.